Okay, just try to observe. So what is interface? An interface defines the syntax that any entity must adhere to. It means that what? It means that, so whatever the variables we are declaring inside one interface, this interface must be what? Adapted by the implementing class. It means that the class that is implementing the interface must be defining the interface member. Okay, if you are not implementing interface member, then it is showing the error. So what is the meaning of this one? Okay, we will see. Okay, in the example sections. So it is responsibility of deriving class to define the member. Very good. It means that interface contain only declaration of the member. So what is the meaning of this one? Only, yes, it is not taking any kind of definition. It is not taking any kind of definitions. Good. Okay, who is responsible for it? The deriving class or the child class or the implementing class, that class which is implementing the interface, that is responsible for defining the member of interface. It's being very simple to understand. Now declaring interfaces. Okay, so what is the meaning of declaring interfaces and what is the syntax it is going to have? Just see in this case what happened. Interface, interface name. So it's quite easy to understand. Just see interface, interface name. This is the syntax. Interface is the keyword over here. Okay, and the interface name we can give over here. And just see in this example, I'm trying to go for. So what is the meaning of this one? The interface I person. So why I have given I person? This I represent interface. It is not mandatory, but it is good to write I. Okay, because in C sharp, all every interface are written. All the interface are written by this convention. You know, this is I persons. What is the meaning of I persons? This I person is nothing but an interface. There we have some of the variables like first name, that is string, that is last name, like the strings, and this is the C, a method. That method is kind of what? It doesn't have any, you know, parameter, but its return type is what? Okay, string or something like this. You see, what is the meaning of this one? This is a function that doesn't have any parameter, and it return type is string, but it doesn't have the body part also, because in interface we are not going to define a function. Okay, because function is going to be defined that class by that class which is going to implement I persons. Okay, so we will see that how exactly we will go for. And this is lambda expressions. Okay, so in the last few classes that I had already told you guys what is the lambda expressions. So this is a kind of bracket that we have given, and this is the thick arrow, we can simply say, or lambda expression or lambda annotations it is called. And it is telling that it's a function, it is representing to a function that doesn't have any parameter, and its return type is what? String. It's very simple. Okay, so in this case, so let's say this interface is going to be implemented by an object. How this is? Let's say this is exactly customer is an object. Now it is implementing I person. You just see I person. Okay, so this is the way how exactly it is implementing by a colon symbol. This colon symbol is telling that the customer object is implementing I person, and whatever the variable that you have taken inside this interface, like first name, okay, that must be initialized by a value, last name initialized by the values, and this function got the definitions. Okay, how exactly this is? This function is now represented by say hi. Okay, and this function got the body part. This function, this is a function, this is anonymous function again, this is a colon, it is representing this function having the return type string, and this is the statement what you want to write or what you want to return. You see, this function, this is the function symbol, this is the colon, this is the return type, this is the thick arrow, and after the thick arrow whatever we are specifying, that is exactly called a statement. So in this case, what the statement it is going to return? It is returning hi there. Okay, so it means that, so let me just quickly go for doing this project. Okay, so that you can easily understand what exactly I'm trying to say. Let me just go to Visual Studio Code. In here, Let me just go for delete all this code, whatever. Let me just go for here CLS, okay, to clear the screen here. Now in this case, I'm now working in app.ts. Let me just delete all this code from here, and let me okay, first take this interface. Okay, so this is the interface. So I'm not writing any code. Okay, I will go for explaining all these things in this interface. Okay, yes, it is the interface. Now this interface having the name, it is called iPersons. Okay, the first name, this is string, this is the last name, this is string, this is empty variables, or we have not given any value to it. Okay, this is a function. This function is telling, okay, this is the function symbol which is representing, this is a functions, and this is the return type. We have not given any bracketed to it. Okay, because this function is an empty kind of functions. This function is not holding any kind of definition in interface. Again, I am telling, here a function I have taken, that is not taking any kind of definition. That is not taking any kind of definition, because interface function is not going to take any kind of definitions. Okay, so how I will use these things? I have to provide the body part to the implemented object. Okay, you see, how can I go for that? Let's say, so this is the simple thing that it is written here. Let me just to copy this one and paste over here. I'm not writing anything else. Okay, so in this case, what happened, guys? You can see this is the customer object, and in this case, what happened? It is using, okay, it is implementing iPersons, and in here the first name. So what is the first name? So the variable that we have defined inside the interface, that is iPersons. Just try to observe this first name, the first name, and in here it is defined, and it has initialized by the values here, and it has given over here what exactly it has given over here. So let me just go for, okay, so now again this is the concept, this is a function, but sorry, this is the parameter part. There is no parameter that I have passed over here. This colon is telling, after the colon it is indicating what the function is going to return, and it is returning a string value. Okay, this thick arrow symbol is representing whatever you are writing after that. It is a statement, what exactly it is going to return, or what exactly it is going to execute. Look, so it's very simple to understand. Now my requirement is, let's say, the thing is that one may ask the question, sir, do compile of these programs, will it work or not? Okay, just see, let's say I will go for, what is that, TSC. This is app.ts. So is it working fine? So still it is having some error. So what are the error that we will go for? So where the error I may find here, the C. Okay, so here some problem came. Okay, so semicolon is expected. So where the semicolon I left, just see. Okay, see, semicolon is expected. So do I give here? No, this is not the semicolon, this is the comma. So let me check this code. Okay, in my Visual Studio, so is it having some problem with the semicolon expected here. So let me check it out, so whether it is working or not. Okay, so let me just visit to my Visual Studio. Okay, so guys, it is having some problem because this is not yet set the versions in Visual Studio Code. So I will be showing these things how we will control on versions. Okay, for this timing, so let me check this one as by creating a project. Just go for other language here. Okay, that is called TypeScript. Okay, so let me just go for a new one. So let's say that this is what as interface. This is interface demo applications. Clear up with this, and let me just select this option. Now click on OK. Once you click on OK, what you will find here, you can see. Okay, just see, you're finding these things. So now what I will do here, so let me delete all this code here. Okay, so my requirement to go for making this code available. Okay, here, so all everything looking fine. Okay, so now build the solutions. So yes, here it is showing you build succeeded. Okay, now it is looking great, so there is no such kind of error. Okay, so now the requirement is what it is showing you guys, return this function. Which function that is? Now this function is accessed by say hi. So now the requirement is what? Let me just go for displaying some all the values. So that is why I should write here. This is what I ask. This is exactly the first name. This is first name, and this first name. Let me just go for printing something like this. Okay, this is a customer. Okay, dot first name. I got it. Clear. So like that. Okay, like that I can go for what is that? Document dot write. In this case, I will be using here last name. So this is last name. Okay, and in this case simply I will go for customer dot last name. Okay, it's been looking fine. Now what I will do here, this is document dot write. Okay, in this case, so whom I will access now? Say hi I will access. This say hi is a function, so that is why. So simply I will go for what, writing here say hi, but I cannot access it say hi directly because it is the part of this customer object. So that is why I will take care of what is that, customer dot say hi, and this will be represented by this bracket symbol. Okay, so now this is totally now representing this part. So now let me check whether it is working or not. Let me just check in the index page. In this index page I have already some default text. Let me delete this default text over here. I don't require these things. I don't require this thing also. Clear. So let me delete all everything. Okay, so now it is now using app.js. No problem guys. Now what I will do, so let me go for run this HTML. So anything that you are going to add over here, so it is better to go for build once. Okay, because you have changed something. So whatever the changes you have made to this file, that is better to go for a build options. Okay, after that I will simply go to the index.html. Let me go for here and go for run this page. Just see. So I got it. So all everything I got it, but here why the error, sorry, why the output is coming something like this. So let me just go for making a break here. Ready? So here is also I am just giving this break here. Okay, so now let me just do refresh here. So yes, I'm getting the output. Ready? So this is quite easy to understand how exactly the thing is going on. But one may ask the question, sir, this is a function, this is a function, and you have not given the body part to it. Look at, you have not given the body part to it. So let's say delete this one also. So what happened? Just see, it is simply telling, okay, just try to observe here. Just see, just try to read the error now. Just try to read this one, what exactly it is telling. Property say hi is missing in type. Okay, something like this. So it is telling, hey, some problem has here. So what is the problem? So this problem is not due to this line. Okay, so don't be confused this one. So why this is showing one error? Because though you have taken the method here, okay, so this method doesn't have the declarations. If it is not having the declaration, you have to define here, because this is customer is now the implementing object. It is implementing I person. It means that you have to go through defining this say hi over here. Otherwise it will show the error. It's a compile time error. It is telling it is bound. You have to, you must go for defining say hi over here. Okay, so that is why it cannot be omitted. This thing cannot be omitted. Got the idea? So yes, you have to give the body part to it, otherwise it will show the error. Ready? So this is, let's say, okay, so I'm not giving this body part. What exactly it is showing you guys? So here it is showing you guys something that let's say what the error over here, just read it. Okay, just see, it is expecting something. So what exactly it is, sorry, so let me just go for this is string. So after this thick symbol or thick arrow, what exactly we are giving? We are giving the what, statement part. Okay, so this is a statement part. It looks something like this. Okay, statement part, and this bracket is also not mandatory if you are going through working on single, okay, single statement. Okay, so in here I am writing here, suppose I have written Shakti. So in this case it's be better for this timing. Okay, what is that? It will put the semicolon. No, it is not taking guys. So let me give this one. Okay, so it is not taking. So just take the take the body part, something like this. In case of interface, it is object, it is not working properly. So that is why it is better to go for, though you are returning a single line, okay, single line of code here, so you just go for what, this bracket. So now it is working fine. But one may ask the question, sir, here last name is defined, it's looking fine, just go for delete this one, just go for delete this one. So will it show any error? Yes, just see the same error I found. Okay, so here it is telling the last name is missing. Okay, so it means that it is simply telling guys, it's mandatory to define interface declared member, or you have to give the definition of the declared member of the interface in implementing object. Okay, in the implementing object, which one is the now implementing object? Customer is the implementing object. In here, the first name must be implemented, the last name must be implemented, the say hi must be implemented, otherwise it will show you compile time error. Clear? This is what exactly I'm talking about, your interface. Okay, just try to go for these situations, all everything written something like this. So once it has created, so it can be go through another object, it can be used by another object. Just try to observe one another object. Which one is another object? Employee. In this employee, here may be first name, last name, so that is why this employee has used I person. What it has used? I persons. It means that here is also in this case, customer, when you supposed to get all the things same in customer and same in employee, at the time this customer and employee both are using I persons. Okay, so in this case, okay, both are using I persons. So in this case, mandatory to provide what? First name, last name, and say hi method or functions. Got the idea? So this quite easy to understand. So this see, so this is the way how we are printing the value of it. Okay, so this is quite easy to understand. So in here also, clear? In here also, what I found something like this, and all everything I got clear. Okay, I think all of you got clear about this concept, what is the reality of the interface and how the interface is working. And in this case, interface is telling, yes, you are taking the member but without any value or without defining it, only the declaration it is holding. But in this implementing object, you have to provide the values and you have to provide the body part, else it will not work, or it will show you the compile time error. It's been fine guys. Okay, so this is totally same as the concept of Java or C sharp. Those people, those have gone through C sharp or Java, they must have gone through this concept called interface. Okay, so we will later see, okay, we will next see that what are the next some of the questions from your side. Let me check what are the questions, why the questions part is not coming guys, why the chat section is not showing over here. Okay, so I will check it later guys. Okay, so let me just go for again interface and arrays. What is the meaning of interface and arrays, and why I will be using these interfaces and arrays? Just see, interface can define both kind of key and array. Okay, key of an array, use so uses and the type of entry it contain. Okay, it means that you just see what is the interface and why this interface is going to use in case of array. What exactly it is deciding? It is deciding, okay, the key and the index type. Okay, so what is the meaning of this one? So index can be of any type, that may be string or type number. In this case, we will try to understand this example. In this example, can you please tell me what is the name of this interface? That is name list. Okay, that is name list. So when I will be taking this name list, this is one interface because I have declared by the keyword interface. It's being simple. Now this is what exactly the way of taking an array, and it is telling what, just try to observe now. This index is kind of number and the value is of type string. This is telling this is an array, this is an array declaration. Okay, in the interface we have taken care of. The first thing it is written, when I have specified index colon number, it means that this array is going to take the index as number and the value as string. Again I'm telling, name list is the interface, we got it. What is the next we got? We got index colon number and a colon string. What is the meaning of this one? It is controlling what type of value that you are giving to this array, and this is controlling what kind of index you are giving to this array. Is fine. Now let's say this is a variable which is now using name list. Name list means what? Interface. So now this variable or this object or anything that you can simply say is going to use name list. Clear? And in here you are suddenly means you are trying to go for defining an array in this manner. In this manner, what happened? In this manner, the index is remaining zero, sorry, in number, but the value that you have passed over here one, that is not allowed over here. Just see, in this case, what happened? Just see, the name list is the interface. We got it. The name list is the interface. Now list 2 is going to use it, not an issues. And in this case, once it be defined something like this, it is showing the error. What exactly it is showing the error? Sir, this is not be possible because one you have given, this one is an integer value and it is represented and it is saying what? So you are only able to get or you are only able to take string kind of value. But unfortunately, you have taken one here. Ready? So let me just go for jump into this example by copy this one to my project. So let me just delete all this code and let me just write this one. Okay. So it is simply showing you guys, just try to observe and what exactly it is telling guys. Just try to read this error. The type string and it is union kind is not assignable to the name list. Index signature are incompatible. Okay. So, but one may ask the question here, if I will go for giving a name to it, just see if I will give the name to it, suppose Gita. Okay, just see this Gita. So now it is possible. So no doubt it is working fine now. Okay, now it is working fine. It means that this name list is the interface. Okay, and in this interface we have defined one kind of array. This kind of array is telling this is only a declaration where it is controlling the type of index and it is also controlling the type of value. Okay, and in this case it is telling you're only able to take string kind of values, and in here the index is number kind. Ready? So now one may ask the question, so how can I print those values? Can I go for printing this value something like this, like document, just see document dot write. Simply I will go for what? Simply I will go for a list up to of 0. So can I get the value something like here? So let me check it out whether it is working or not. Let me just go for index.html and let me run this one. Okay, so yes, I'm getting the values. That is John is doing fine. Okay, so this is one kind of example, but in the second example, just try to observe now. Now you just tell me, so what happened to it? What happened to it? Can you please tell me? Okay, can you please tell me guys, what is the meaning of this one? Who can say what is the meaning of this one? Exactly guys, don't be confused with the index. Okay, in this case what happened, this is called a key and this is a value. This is the key and this is the value. Don't be confused with these things. Here is also you can consider this is as a key and this is the value. Okay, so in this case what happened, your index is going to be string kind and your value is going to be number kind. What is the meaning of this one? So let's say let me just copy this example. Okay, and it is clearly showing you guys how exactly it is working, and in this case you just see what happened to it. Okay, so Sorry, a problem has come over here. I have to go for from this, and let me just paste here. What happened to it? It is suddenly giving you an error, but it is okay. Why it is okay? Because just see, the key is of kind of string. Clear? Now this interface, this is the interface. Now this age list is now implementing age edges. This edges is nothing but, suppose I'm just changing it to I. This is edges. So here is also I. This is edges. So always remember, this should be the convention to take the interface. So in this case, it is showing the error. Why it is showing the error? Because in the first line of code is good. So what exactly that we have taken care of? Sir, this is the name of this array, and in here we have placed the key. And what type of key this is? String kind. Yes, we have passed the string point. Now this is 15. It is number kind. So this is possible to take, but this is not possible. Why this is not possible? Because this key is only taking care of what? String kind of value, but here you have taken integer kind of value or number kind of value. So this is not possible to go for. I get you my point. Okay. So in this case, what happened, guys? Suppose someone has asked the question, thus can I go for a key here, something like this, or something like this? Let's say key, that is the key. Clear? Still it is showing the error. Why it is showing the error? Because it is number kind. Okay, so can I go for giving a number to it? Just see. So now it's being fine. It's being fine. Why it's being fine? Because this is now matching with this definition or declarations. It's very simple to understand how exactly interface is controlling over your array. Clear? It's being very simple, guys. So whenever people take care of what your interface concept, we got some idea. But why the interface section has come? You see, whenever we will take care of multiple inheritance, in here we will try to understand that how the multiple inheritance is going to be achieved. So now in this chapter, we will try to go for interfaces and inheritance. Okay. So in other words, an interface can inherit from other interface. Very simple, guys. It is simply taking one interface is going to inherit another interface. What is the meaning of this one? Let me just open the paint option. So here I will simply describe the things. So what exactly it is trying to go from? Let's say this is one interface. Okay. And this is one another interface. This interface is going to inherit this interface. Okay. This is possible. This is in this case possible. Suppose this is, let me just go for, okay, this is I, suppose I1. Okay, this is what as I2. Clear? Sorry, one. Okay, so this is what exactly I2. This is I2. Got the idea? So what happened, guys? This I2 inherit I1. It means that whatever the function declaration in I1, that is now visible in I2. So what is the meaning of this one? So let me just go for explaining the things. So how the code will be written for it. What is the syntax for writing this one? Okay. So in this case, just try to observe. This is just see. Look at single inheritance. We will try to understand. Just see. Okay. What is the exactly the concept over here? Child interface name. Okay. Extend super interface name. So what is the meaning of this one? Which one is the child over here? I2. So simply I will write here I2, and that is what extends. Just see, extends. Okay. So look at the extend keyword. We will use your extend and the super interface name, that is I1. Okay. So this is the way how we are extending here. I2 extended to I1. Okay. By the keyword extends. It's being simple. Clear up to this? So now here is a question. So you have taken two interfaces. Let's just come to Visual Studio. Okay. In Visual Studio, let me delete all this code over here. So let me define some interface over here. So let's say this is interface. Okay. Interface. This is I first. This is I first. Clear? I first interface. And in this case, let me define a method. Okay. So let's say this is a say hi. Okay, this say hi is a, this is holding a kind of method, so which is telling what kind of method this is. So let's say this is a lambda functions I have defined over here. So what is the meaning of this one? So this function is telling you are going to return a string kind of value by this function, and this function is not going to have any type of parameter or any number of parameters. Clear? So this is the I first content. Okay, so this is I first content. Now my requirement is what? Let's say one another interface. Okay, let me just go for one another interface. Okay, so that is I second. Just see I second interface. This I second interface is now extends what it extends. Let's say this extend I first. Just try to observe. So in this case, what happened, guys? Okay, here say hello. I need not to go for the things here. Let's say in here I'm going for say hello. Say hello. One function I will define here. Okay, and this say hello is again containing a function of kind. Okay, non-parameterized, and it return what kind of values? String values. So what happened inside? Okay, what happened inside? Just see, this is I first, this is I second, this I second extend to I first. It means that say hi is now available to I second. Just try to observe. Now what happened? Just try to observe now. This say hi is now available to where I second. What is the meaning of this one? Let's say I will go for creating a person. Okay, this is the person, and this person is now implementing I second. Okay, this I second is being implemented. Clear? In this case, now it is immediately showing the error. Why it is immediately showing the error? Because I have implemented I second, but I didn't provide the body to say hi and say hello in this. Because in I second, I find say hi is also there and say hello is also there. So let me define it. All everyone having the knowledge how to define it. Let's say I have defined it, guys. Okay, this is what exactly I'm trying to define. So let's say it is returning string kind, and it is returning simply a statement. Let's say it is returning, what is that? A return say hi. This is say hi. Simple. This is the message it has written. Still it is showing the error. Why it is showing the error? Because yet we have not defined say hello over here. Clear? Because the say hello we need to define it. Okay, so yes, I have gone through what say hi, ready, but the say hello yet it is not defined in person. Just see, just place the cursor on it and it is telling, guys, say hello is missing. So what I will do here, so here also I will give the body part. Let me just go for here and let me paste here. Okay, and in this case what I will do, let me decorate the things here. So let me just give the return type as, what is that? String. Okay, this is string, and in this case let me just go for giving this one. This is what as a return, this is what as, okay, say hello. Clear up to this? And I have given this one. Okay, so why this is showing the error? Now it is telling a problem. What is the problem here? Let me just go for giving a comma to it. Okay, so will it show any error, any kind of error, guys? So is being possible. Okay, so what is the thing that I had done a mistake over here? Just see, is there any mistake I have done? Let me just go for doing the things. Okay, just see, in this case what exactly we are going to do. uh, in this case it expected. So what exactly it is expected, guys? We have done a mistake over here. What is the mistake? I'm not getting it. Look at, in this example how exactly it is written. And the person interface is there, and inside the person as is a field. One another interface is there, musician extend to persons. Okay, So this interface extend to that persons. Now this edge is also visible to this interface. Now the musician interface is going to be okay. So this is the thing it is telling. So let me just go for doing the things. No, it is not possible, guys. So let me just go something like this. And in this case, yeah, it is looking fine. So this is the way, guys. So this is the way. So okay, so this is the way. So let it be build the solution. Let me build the solution. Now for this timing there is no such error. So this is the way how exactly it is going to, okay, angular bracket needed to it. Okay, and in here this is the body section. In this body section we have defined, what we have defined over here, we have defined two methods over here. Just try to observe. Now how can I run it? Okay, how can I go for calling it? Console. This is what as, not console, I will go for document dot write. And in this case simply I will go for, this is say, let's say I will go for what is that, persons, and this persons dot say hi. Just see, very simple concept this is. Let me just go for document dot write, and in this case what I should go for, this is person, and this person dot, this is what as say hello. So in this way that I'm just trying to go through the things. Okay, so now just build the solutions. If any changes you have made to this project, just go for build the solutions to transpile this code to the JavaScript code. Now what I will do, I will just go to my page. Let me right click on it. Okay, or here the tab is here. Right click on it and view in browser. So are you going to get the output? Yes, I'm going to get the output. Say hi and say hello. I got it. It's very simple. How can we go for implementing interfaces? Ready? Now, just try to go for multiple interface inheritance. So guys, just try to observe. Let me just copy this code first. A simple code, it is written here. Let me just paste it. What happened to it? Look at, in this case, what happened? I have I parent 1 and I parent 2. Two interfaces are there. This I parent 1 contain v1 a member, and I parent 2 contain v2 as a member. Okay, so what happened? So now two interfaces has been created over here. Okay, just let me delete all this. Two interfaces, that is first one and this is the second one. Clear? And this is contained as v1 and this is contained as v2. Okay, so now we will have an object. This object, now this is the object. This object is now going to implement, which one it is going to implement? It is going to implement, okay, that is this interface, the first interface, sorry, and it is also going to implement this one. Okay, so this is called your multiple kind of inheritance. Now this v1 and v2 both will be available to this class, is not it? But how the code will be written? It's very simple, guys. So whenever the code is written here, just try to check it out how exactly this is written. So let me just go for copy and paste over here, and you can simply see how the code it is written. iChild is that interface when another interface is there, so which is extending both the interfaces, that is by a comma separator. Just see, it is now going to have both. It means that this iChild, now this iChild contains both v1 and v2. This v1, okay, and v2 both will be now available to this child interface. Now this is going to implemented by an object. Now this object is implementing this third interface. Okay, just try to observe again. The third interface is implementing this one and this one. These two one are nothing but the interfaces, and this is also an interface. This interface is what implementing v1 and v2. By implementing, it is getting v1 and v2 from both the interfaces. Now this object is going to use v1 and v2. How it is possible? Just see, this is empty kind of things. It means that this I child doesn't have its own member. It has contained both the member, that is v1 and v2, both v1 and v2. It contains both v1 and v2. Got the idea? Okay. But the thing is what? Okay, so now this I child is now used by or implemented by this obj, and this obj, it must give the body part. Okay, just see how exactly it is given, guys. This v1 got 12 and this v2 got 23. Don't be confused with these brackets. Okay, so it is looking something like this. If you are going to confuse with this, you just go for defining like this. Now v1 got the value that is 12 and v2 got the value that is 23, and in here we are printing the values. Quite easy to understand. So in this case, it is also possible to access by this keyword. This keyword is here to access the things. Now this keyword is representing this obj. Either I will be using this or this obj, not an issue. Just try to observe this code. Okay, so what happened? This is your I parent 1. This is I parent. Okay, sorry, this is I parent 1. This is what as I parent, sorry, I parent 2, looking great. And this is what is your I child. This is ICHILD, I child, clear? And this is which class? This class name is OPJ. So this is my implementing class. So now this implementing class, this obj has the responsibility to define both v1 and v2. Okay, so now we will define v1 and v2 in here. Okay, so this v1 and v2 must be given by a value in obj, otherwise it will show the error. Look at, guys. Ready, guys? Any kind of error you have, just ask me. Okay, any kind of error, just go for asking me. Okay, so I'm unmuting all guys. Okay, and just see, tell me, guys, any problem your side, from your side, guys?
जो कि उसको कभी नहीं होते हैं।
अच्छा नहीं,
मेरे को तो नहीं अच्छा लगता है। मुझे डायरेक्ट फिर मना किया, मतलब मना कर दीजिएगा। वो तो बोल दी थी कल आ जाना।
क्या?
हाँ, वो बोली थी कि कल आ जाना।
So some of the students are not listening well. Okay, so they are not attending to the class well. So please, my kind request, guys, please give time to these courses, because these are going to be very much used in your future. Okay, please go through all the things, please. Okay, listen carefully. So what exactly I'm trying to go for, because I am giving more effort to you guys. Please go for practicing these things. Just try to listen it, just try to concentrate on it. Okay, this code are very simple to understand, but if you miss a class or miss a concept, that it will be uneasy for you to understand whatever the next it will come after it. Okay, please go through it. Okay, don't waste your time, just go for giving more attendance to it. Please go through it. Ready, guys? So now you got some idea what is interface. Okay, so different kind of interfaces or different way to use interface I have told you guys. Okay, if any doubt you will have, you just ask me in any time to my WhatsApp number. You can message me and I will reply back. Okay, if you will not get any concept of these, please ask me for again the demo class, sorry, the backup classes I will give of that. But you have to read, guys, you have to read. I'm ready to give you all kind of supports, but you the people, you have to grab it, otherwise I don't know that what your future will be. Okay, just see now what is the next thing. So just see, after interface, one another concept is there, that is called namespace. What is namespace? Okay, so how many of you are aware with namespace? Can you please go through namespace? Hey guys, can you please tell me, those people, those are C# developer, can you tell me why namespace we were using in C#? Yes, already we have discussed those people, those have gone through C#, and those people, those who were my student. they must have the concept called namespace, because I have already told you what is namespace means. Okay, so from your side, can you please tell me what is namespace and why I will use namespace? Is there anyone, guys, who can explain namespace? No one. Just see. So if it is, then just to come to the point, what is a namespace? Okay, just see. Someone has answered it. Separations of code. It is written here, separations of code. Okay. Just see, look at why I do require a namespace. Okay. Uh, you know that sometime there may be situation something like this. What is the situations? So let me, okay, go for a situation. Let's say this is a single application. In this single applications, you are trying to go for a class. Okay, just see class. Let's say this is ABC. Okay, and the class, this is ABC. How many of you say, is it right to write like this? Is it right to write like this? Okay, is it possible of taking both the classes having the same name? Okay, if I will go for this, what exactly the answer I will get? Let's see. If I will go for ABC, okay, and in this case class, this is what as ABC. Ready? And in this case, what I will do here, so what exactly I'm finding, I immediately find error. So what is the error? Duplicate identifier ABC. Okay, so it is saying yes, duplicate identifier. It means that ABC cannot be duplicated, because once you have defined a class by that name, I cannot define another class. Okay, so if this type of issues has come over here, so yes, namespace has a great role to avoid this kind of collision between the two classes having the same name. So now we will try to understand how the namespace will be declared and how we will use namespace. But minded guys, that namespace we are not more using TypeScript, we are using modules. Okay, so we will see in the later class that what is modules means. But for this timing, we got a problem with having same class name. So what is to do here? What is to do here? It's being very simple to separate them by means of what? Namespace. When I'm trying to separate them, yes, I will use namespace concept over here. Look at how to define a namespace. Namespace, then namespace name. Okay, and in here we are trying to go for checking our member. You see, let me just go for separate them. Namespace, suppose this is my namespace. Okay, let's say spac namespace 1. Okay, inside that, what I will go for, I will define the class as class ABC, and it is looking fine, it's being fine. Like that, I will go for, let me just copy this one. Ready? And control V this one. And in this case, what happened, guys? Let me just go for, this is 2, and it is possible to go like this. One may ask the question, sir, you know, here is a method. Just see, in this method, I have written, okay, a method like your say, this is a say hi. Okay, say hi is a method, you know, and this is a kind of void method. It is telling one message. What is the message it is showing you guys? This is document.write. In this case, it is simply telling, okay, hello, or sorry, say hi. Simply I have written, what is that? Say hi. It's very simple. Cool. Now let me just go for defining one method here, but this is what? Hello. Clear? So now my requirement is what? This is say hello. Okay, now in this case, just try to observe now. In this case, what happened? So this is a namespace, this is a namespace, and both the namespaces name are different, but the class name are same. Though the class name are same, now it is not showing error, because this ABC is different from this ABC because first ABC is remain inside my namespace 1. The second ABC is remain inside my namespace 2. Fine. You got it. Fine. Ready? So now what is to do now? So how to go for creating the object of this class? How to create the object of this class? Can I go for that? Just see. In this case, simply I will go for var obj1 or ob1 is equal to new. Can I get ABC directly? No, I'm not getting ABC directly. So how should I go for fully qualified name? That is my namespace 1 dot. Am I getting this ABC here? If I'm writing here ABC something like that, and just see what the error it is saying. Just place the cursor on it, and it is saying property ABC does not exist on the type my namespace 1. It is telling that it doesn't exist. Oh my god, what the problem it has? So that is why people use a keyword called export. You see, so whenever you are trying to take a class, okay, and you are trying to access outside of the scope, you have to write the class by the keyword export. Okay, after that only we can access something like this. Just see here ob1 has been created by taking fully qualified name. How it has written? Just see my namespace 1 dot abc. So like that. So in this case I will go for what? Export. Okay, so in this export, okay, here is also the same thing I have written, sorry, export, and in this case abc is also export outside of this namespace. Okay, and in here how to access it? Just see, I will create the object that is ob, okay, that is 2. Okay, and in here I will simply go for new, that is my namespace 2 dot abc. Just see, we got it. This is the way. After that I can access ob1 dot the method name. What is that? Say hi. And ob, this is ob2. Let it be ob2, not it be 3. Let's say this is ob2 and this is say hello. So now it's being fine. Then how exactly it is working, guys? Look at the code. It's very simple. Now this ABC differentiate from this one because both are different, both are present in different namespaces. This ABC found inside namespace 1, this ABC found namespace 2, inside the namespace 2. So when I will create the object, we have to give the fully qualified name as this is. How it is written? My namespace 1 dot ABC. This is the way how we have instantiated ob1 and ob2. Okay, so let me just go for, okay, define run this project whether it is working fine or not. Let me just go for run this project whether it is working fine or not. Yes, I got it. Say hi and say hello. Say hi and say hello. It's been very good thing to understand how exactly things are going on in namespace. It means that namespace is telling, yes, you are separating the things. Okay, so this is all about the class. Can I go for interface? Yes, I can go for interface also, but that interface must be, okay, written by export keyword. Okay, if you are going to access outside of this namespace, you have to go for defining that thing by export. But one may ask the question, so inside the namespace, can I create a function directly? Here may be a question. Just see, here may be a question. So let me delete all this code. I don't require all this code. So let me just go for function now. What I should do here, let's see, this is namespace I have taken. Okay, this is my namespace. Okay, this is one, is being fine, and inside that directly I can find this is f1. Okay, and in this f1 it is telling, sir, I'm just going to print here, this is console, or I can go for here document dot write. Okay, this is what exactly, simply I will go for what, okay, say f1. This is f1, this is f1. Clear up to this? Now this is the thing that I have written. Again, another namespace I have taken care of. So let's say I'm not going for writing the code again. Let me just copy this one and paste here. And in this case, this is 2 and this is 2. Okay, so now can you please tell me Okay, so how can I go for creating, or how can I go for accessing this one? Okay, can I go for accessing this one or not? Okay, if it is be possible, then how can I go for? So can I go for accessing this F1 directly here? This F1 is telling cannot find F1. Okay, can it be possible? Not possible. So can I go for writing over here export? After that, is it work or not? Or is it going to work or not? So once it be written F1 here, so can I get here F1? No, I am not getting the F1 directly. Okay, though it is possible to declare inside, a function is declared inside, but okay, unfortunately I cannot access this function directly. Okay, so it must require an object to be. Okay, so it is better to go for declaring a function inside an object or a class. Ready? Though it is supporting, don't be confused with this. Though it is supporting, but how can we access it? No, it is not be possible something directly like this. So can it be possible, sir, like my namespace 1 dot f1? Just see, this is my namespace. Sorry, this is my namespace 2 dot. No, I'm getting here f2. I'm not getting that. Sorry, this is exactly, let's say f2. So let me just go for here. This is f2. Okay, so just see, so in this case, in this line it is showing the error and it is telling property f2 doesn't exist, type of my namespace 2. Why? Because I have not given export here. Just see what I will do here, I should write here export. Clear? So this is the thing, that how exactly namespace concept can be used in TypeScript. Okay, so let me just go for running this project, whether it is working or not. If any changes I have made to it, let me just compile it by, or debug it, or by build the solutions. I have built the solution here. You can see build succeeded. Now I will go to the index.cs, sorry, HTML. Let me run this project. What I will get over here, I will get over here the exact output what I do expect. Clear? So this is called namespace concept in TypeScript. Okay, guys, if any kind of error you have or any kind of doubt you have, you can ask me. I'm just unmuting all of you guys. Okay, please.
बोलता है तो कौन यार
Hey guys,
ओ
any
अच्छा बोला कौन गुल्टू बोला?
गुड
क्या बोल रहा था?